Hey everybody, it's been a long time now since I've seen you last. I hope that you had a happy Easter. I know we weren't here together to enjoy it as a congregation and as a family of God here in this place, but I'm hoping that you still were able to watch something of me on TV or something of the Easter story on TV because Easter's an important time of the year. But I have a few more stories I want to share with you. Now, if you notice something today, I'm wearing a life jacket. See? Well, I'm wearing a life jacket because I can't swim, and I'm not a big fan of water. It's just not my favorite thing in the world. Although I like looking at it, I even like wading in it. And if it's in the swimming pool, it's still even okay. But I'm not necessarily that comfortable being on a big lake where I know the water is deep. So I would naturally want to wear a life jacket anyway. My story today is about Jesus, and it's a story about fishing. So I brought a fish with me today. I have no idea if the fish that Jesus was fishing for and ate that day, because we're talking about having lunch on the beach, looked anything like this fish at all. This is certainly many multicolored, but I'd like to share a story about Jesus today, and the story is simply called Breakfast at the Sea. Once again, I'm reading out of the Easter Story book. This book is in public domain. It is taken today from John's Gospel, verse 21. And if you can see the picture in my book, it's a picture of Jesus, and see, he has a net. And I'm in the Sunday school room here, and there's a net right across from where I'm sitting on the wall. It looks just about like that with fish in it. But this is our story today. The disciples did not want to stay in Jerusalem. They knew Jesus was alive. They decided to go home, back to the Sea of Galilee. After all, Jesus had said that he would meet them there. One night, Peter and some of the other disciples decided to go fishing. They went out in their fishing boat, and they fished all night long. But as light turned to dawn, they had still not caught a single fish. Then they saw a man standing on the shore. He called out to them, "Have you caught any fish, my friends?" His voice traveled across the lake. After they shouted back their answer, the man replied, "Throw your nets over on the right side of the boat, and you will catch some big fish." The disciples were tired and weary of a long day's unsuccessful fishing, but they cast out their nets one last time. Almost as soon as the net hit the water, they swelled and bulged with fish. John looked out across the water to the stranger on the beach. "It's Jesus," he called out. Immediately, Peter leapt out of that boat, threw himself into the water, and swam to the shore, while the others followed in the boat. They found Jesus sitting on the beach, waiting for them. There was a small fire, and Jesus was cooking some fish. They shared breakfast together, and Jesus talked with his friends. Over the next 40 days, Jesus appeared to the disciples many times, but then returned to heaven to be with God, his Father. But Jesus did not leave his disciples alone. He told them to return to Jerusalem and to wait for the Holy Spirit, for it was to come, and it would be with them always, even to the end of time. The Holy Spirit would comfort them, would help them, and give them the power to live as Jesus had done. And the disciples wanted to tell everyone the good news that they had heard that day. Well, that ends my story today for this particular lesson. And again, it was taken from the Easter story. And there'll be one more story after this that continues from this book. And then we'll share some different stories together. Again, I hope you did have a happy Easter. Please make sure that you continue to do your homework. I know it's getting tougher and tougher and tougher to stay home, But please make sure that you stay home and you stay safe. And we're all going to be gathered here as soon as we possibly can to celebrate the good news of Jesus Christ in person once more. Have a great day, and bye for now.